And when I look at it, sometimes you want to quit. You're just like, let me go and look for a job. This is too much.
I can imagine. I think we all feel frustrated at some point.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you're like, no, but I'm still young enough. I can get a job.
Let me just go and do that.
I can't keep paying all these people and they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
So we all have those days.
We all have those days. And you look at this and you're like, but somebody thought what I'm doing is worth it. And I think I should keep going.
As we are women, I want us to tackle women empowerment.
Yes.
We break each other.
Yes, that's true.
And more fielding yes. We are competing.
Yes.
As women.
You know what? I will treat it as a businesswoman. I still stand. Try and educate yourself as a woman. Etiquette is one of the things we need to do because they teach us respect and all of that. But we're rebellious. You'll still be found on the street fighting somebody or screaming at the neighbor.
Dezry, now you've got an amazing sesh here. Please tell me about it.
Yes, I found myself in the pageant, one of the prestigious pageants in South Africa.
Yeah.
This in particular very close to my heart as a humanitarian because we don't compete based on how we look. We don't compete based on our body shapes or how we sound in that matter. We compete based on the impact we add in our communities.
I love that. Yet another episode on the Dawning Experience with Chami for joining us on this amazing episode. Today I've got a songwriter, a singer, rapper, and also a businesswoman. We'll be getting to know her more. But before we get into that, let me just remind you that this production is brought to you by Dreamstream. All you have to do is just ensure that you like. And also don't forget to get into our Instagram pages at Dawning Experience and Bona. Please don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, Dawning Experience with Chami Moroke. Hi, Osi.
Tobela, okay, Osi.
It's so good to have you.
Thank you very much for having me. It's an honor.
Thank you.
My name is Dezry Karabo Reddy, stage name Dezry Kay. I am an ambassador of so many things, starting with Yobuningi B2B networking company, Warriors with a Purpose organization, former Love to Live ambassador, still active with the organization, and also a podcast host at Maximum Styles.
Colleague.
One last thing is pretty obvious. Yeah. I am a finalist at Mrs. Ball's South Africa.
Nice. Dezry, on the show, when I start, I love to get to know Dezry Guy. Take me to your upbringing.
Yes. Na ke goletse ko Zebediela in Limpopo.
Yeah.
A rural area just in Polokwane, near Leboahong. And there, I went to school from the start to the end of my matric. And then I've moved to Johannesburg since then.
So, Dezry Lele Mutu, quiet, or the naughty Dezry, or you were just,
No,
subtle?
I have always been such a vivid kid, but with a little bit of chic.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah. I could tell that I was going to be the me I am today a long time ago because I was always very creative, rebellious. I'm a typical Aquarius, by the way.
Yeah.
And I did everything that my mind told me to do. If it said I could sing, I sang. If I could act, I could act. I was a debater at school and I won all my matches because I could argue too.
Ooh, so you're good at that.
I'm very good at that. So I was just a multi-talented child and I embraced everything. So did my parents.
Okay. So when did you come to Joburg?
I came to Joburg in 2009. That's a long time ago.
That is.
After my matric.
Yeah.
And when I got to Joburg, the first thing I did was study call center. My father was very into etiquette. He wanted me to study etiquette. So while I was studying call center, I did part-time classes of etiquette. And then I got a job as a call center agent. But my main goal was to accomplish my main studies, which was television production with Intech. But as you study, you're a distant learning learner.
Yeah.
You've got so much of time to do other things. And my parents wanted me to accumulate skills like work, learn as much as possible. So I worked as a waitress. I worked as a call center agent. I worked as a cashier, you name it, all this quick get the job.
Of course.
Yes, I did all of it. It was part of them forming me into a grown-up woman with experiences that are quite vast. And that's how my adulthood started.
Yeah. And you are married. Beautiful married.
Yes. Pardon me not having my bindi now. I was in a hurry.
So I want you to take me through, because you're married to an Indian man, if I'm not mistaken. I am. How is that diversity of cultures?
The diversity of cultures is very, it's a wonderful journey, I must say. Coming from Limpopo, being grown as a Pedi lady, it is imperative that when you get married, you transform into your in-laws' culture.
True.
And so I have done it pretty well, according to my in-laws and my Indian friends. I have embraced the culture and the traditions excellently. I'm executing it with pride and respect. Wow. And I am definitely a new Desi queen now.
So do you also get a name?
You can, but I was not given a name. My in-laws are from South India. They're Tamils. So I don't think they believe in giving a name. They could if they wanted to, but it's not imperative. So they love my name. My mother's favorite name is Karabo, my name.
Wow.
Yes. So if she was to give me a new name, I think she'll go for Karabo.
Yeah.
And my husband loves Des. I don't know if he still remembers my name by now, but he calls me babe from the word go. So I don't know if he still remembers who I really am.
That's so
But I make sure I rub it in his face. I'm on social media every day.
Remember. He needs to.
Yeah. So the culture diversity was supported from both families, as my maiden family would teach me to embrace my in-laws' culture. Yeah. And my in-laws would be very happy to know that I have been bred in a different background and cultural practices, including traditions. And so bringing it in to fuse with theirs was just a wonderful thing. And they both are very wonderful families.
Oh, you are blessed.
I am blessed. Thank you very much.
Now let's get into you being a singer, rapper. Hey,
yes.
I want you to tell me about that.
I actually started off as a rapper from when I was in high school. I did street battles. I've done, you name it. Even the dances and everything. Hip hop was just a culture of mine. I was amongst many guys. They have started a movement which is called Limpop. And having been the only female around my area who was actually active in the rap game, I have become the Limpop queen.
Wow.
So that's why every now and then I'm like, I'm the Limpop queen, Dezry Kay.
Can you just throw a line?
Yeah. This the queen of Limpop, bringing the heat, yo. Hoshihadi's flowing sick as soon as the beat is on. Get that trap queen. I don't need no King Kong. Front page covers. I'm killing the billboards. Chill, dog. Ooh. I do it for Mandela. He's living in my kitchen because I keep on making cheddar. I'm Desiree, the lady version of Malema. I ain't in the game. Yeah.
Oh, that's so amazing. I love that. Marianong album, why Osai Mosa pursue something?
So I have never dropped an album in my life, but I have an EP out on iTunes. I actually left the country briefly for about 3 years to live in East Africa, in Ethiopia. And when I got there, hip hop was not working at all. So I have started recording different genre, which is Afropop, in Addis Ababa, to be particular.
Yeah.
It has been dropped by the companies that side. I've got 2 songs that are highly active on YouTube, Iwedi Hanlo and Dari Dari. And the views are quite enchanting. I'm impressed with the work that they've done. So I have then realized that I'm quite a versatile artist.
Yeah.
When I returned back home, I have worked with Pepsin, and I have accumulated all my experiences with my new culture, which is the Indian culture, and my Ethiopian musical experience, including me being a Limpopo queen. And I have fused all of it into this song called Madibuseng, which we are pushing right now. Nice. So I am still very active in the music industry. I will be recording my album, finally, an album with Maximum Styles. I can't wait for you guys to see what I'm bringing to the table, because it's a complete fusion of everything I am, like a whole chaos of Dezry Kay.
From what I heard just now, I believe you know what
I'm saying?
Serving us.
I'll be serving.
Now let's get into Dezry, the businesswoman.
Yes.
You've got Dezry Kay Trading.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
So Dezry Kay Trading is a boutique style PR, a strategic marketing and communication agency. In Dezry Kay Trading, we do not start anything from scratch. We basically have inherited the culture of media creations, and we are digital creators. We can make from content to your website. We basically also travel and consult for other companies overseas. For example, if a mining business needs to connect with a mining company elsewhere, I as an agent will go there and make sure that I make that connection possible. This is Dezry Kay Trading. It's got a vast communication system and digital creation.
So how long have you been in this?
This is actually my second business. So I've been in it for the past 4 years. My first business is Dezry Kay Media and Promotion. That was the company that I call my baby, because I have created it out of the thirst of being a successful artist.
True.
And during my time in the music industry, when I was starting, I was young, I was pretty, I was a complete Tyler. I mean, I still am pretty, but I was very petite and sexy and all of that.
Yeah.
And that has been my downfall, because the industry was male dominated.
Yeah.
And to then manifest my dreams as a young female artist who's quite a looker, I've come across so many obstacles or the demand to surrender my dignity. And it was something that I want to hold on to, because my plan is to be somebody's role model, especially from the background I come from. I don't want to have a notorious brand. And I've decided that I'm going to create a space where I can grow my brand safely, with dignity, and become what I want to be.
I'm thinking, since you're in business, and every business in such a dynamic way or volatile market, there's quite a lot of things happening. How do you stay informed in your business?
Well, we live online.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
We live online is a simple one. You have to, you must have a goal in a business, and you must have target markets. So be online and stock on your target markets. See what they're looking for, see what they need, and see what they do not have, and be creative about it. So always approach your target markets with a solution. And
so
that's
who's
how
your target market?
My target market is basically every business, including you.
Hey.
So I am in a space where I'm like, if you want to increase access to this content, Dezry Kay Trading could do it for you. If you probably having a problem with your content provider, we will come and bring it to you. We'll give you those services. And that's our target market. But mostly, more businesses want to be available online right now. And they need websites. They need content that goes on a website. They need articles to be written. They need people to stay online and make sure that they keep in touch with their aspired clients. And that's what we do. We've got everybody for everything online.
And I see you've even won an award.
Yes. I have been recognized by the Tamil Business Warriors in KZN as one of the youth entrepreneurs. And it was quite an honor, because when you've been working and creating stuff all by yourself without anybody's help or anybody's upliftment, the recognition says you have done something right and you're on the right path. And it's very encouraging. That has really added value in my life, because as a young entrepreneur and a female entrepreneur and a Black entrepreneur, I was like, okay, so we are not about to give up.
Yeah.
Somebody have seen what we do and they think it's worth something. And I kept on going because of that.
And it inspires you.
It inspires me every day. And when I look at it, sometimes you want to quit. You're just like, let me go and look for a job. This is too much.
I can imagine. I think we all feel frustrated at some point.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you're like, no, but I'm still young enough. I can get a job.
Let me just go and do that.
I can't keep paying all these people and they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
So we all have those days.
We all have those days. And you look at this and you're like, but somebody thought what I'm doing is worth it. And I think I should keep going so that in future, I can be in a place where I can tell somebody you're doing okay. And here's a token of your work, your hard work, because I know what it means to have that.
So I guess this answers my question. What has been the most rewarding, aspect in your journey? Basically, this is what you just said.
Yes, definitely. Being recognized is a big thing. It's not like, hi, look at me, I'm on social media, I'm doing things. It's about, can you see my effort? I'm changing people's lives. I'm employing young people.
True.
I'm giving opportunities. I'm inspiring young women to stand up and do something about themselves. You exist because there's something in you and you're here to deliver that purpose, breed it and then maybe plant it and see what happens. Then leave this world with some legacy. Let us remember you for something that you existed for, because you don't exist to do nothing.
You're speaking about grooming young, the youth and also women.
Yes.
And that's the most thing that we need within, whether it's business or whether it's the life experiences.
Yes.
And I love that.
Of course. I really respect that. It's important. It's imperative. If you're out there and you feel that you need to do something, do content. I mean, everybody's on TikTok now, on Facebook. Share your knowledge, share your experiences, share your advices so the young girls can absorb that information and we can have a generation we can be proud to inherit our country or world in that matter.
Now let's speak about the lessons that you've learned within being a businesswoman. There's always challenges. There's always just a lot of things happening.
Yes.
What is it that you've learned?
A lot of them. I will just start by saying, in business, you need etiquette, general etiquette.
Yeah.
Because when you are leading people, a group of people, you need to know how to speak to them. You need to know how to treat them. You need to have empathy, understanding, but yet be bold in what you want. And etiquette will give you that. And I feel that a lot of business, especially business women, take it for granted. They feel that dressing up nicely gives you enough elegance. But there is an elegance that is bred within us that makes your colleagues feel loved, appreciated, respected, and seen. And that's the first thing, because giving them money is not all that. Anybody can give them money.
Yeah.
You need to feel, you spend so much of your days in a workplace and you cannot only be expected to be loved and respected for the last 4 hours of your day at home.
Yeah.
So you need to feel at home in your workplace. And I think that's the lesson I've learned. If you do not make your colleagues feel that way, you're likely to keep starting again. And teaching people experience is something that is not easy. It's very difficult. So when you have people who are experienced and they keep growing with you and learning with you, it makes your business run smooth and easily. But having people drop out every day because they're not happy means you're starting from scratch. You're not succeeding.
Something is wrong.
Yeah. And it starts with our personality and teaching ourselves. So I think we need to look after developing ourselves as entrepreneurs other than just being educated and qualifying to run a business,
Exactly.
Yes.
And for me, I see you as a leader.
Thank you very much. So are you. It takes one to see another.
You see. Because we're here and we need to inspire people.
Yes.
And you are also inspiring people.
Thank you.
There are people, Desiree, who feel so intimidated when they want to start business because of, I saw this one who started and then it collapsed. What can you say to someone who's just, intimidated? What's Habalo start?
I think we all live in our own bodies for a reason. So, and we have different birthdays to start with. So you cannot compare yourself to someone who wasn't born at the same time as you, who wasn't born from the same combination of DNAs as you. You need to start exercising what is within you and see what is it is capable of.
Yes.
And it will be different. It will go a whole way different from everything that you've ever seen. If you dare to try and see what you're capable of, you will find out that you actually have something much more greater than many things that has inspired you. If something inspires you, if you inspire me, or if I inspire me, it does not mean I am your superior.
Yeah.
It does not mean that I am dominion. You understand? It means that take that inspiration and make what you can out of your existence and see what happens. It might be bigger than me.
True. Oh, I love that. I hope okay, in turn, like you touched the other things that you're doing. I know you're a business networking ambassador.
Yes.
Did I touch on it? Or do you want to elaborate more on it?
We could. I mean, we could
Please
dive
do.
into it.
Please do.
So Yobuningi is a B2B networking company, as I said before. And as an ambassador, I advocate for networking so much because you cannot sell to the people you're growing up with. You understand?
Hey.
That is by luck.
Yeah.
So if you start taking networking seriously and go into these networking events, you might bump into people who believe in you. My father used to say, if you want to invent yourself, the person that you want to be, not who you're known to be, you have to go out there to the people who don't know you and start practicing that personality. And those people are going to respect that. They will nurture that. They will grow that and they will develop it. And your progress in life will be completely different. And so networking gives you just that. You meet people who are willing to listen to what you do, who are willing to see if there's synergies in their businesses with yours. And if they find that, you have yourself clients, you have yourself suppliers, and you have yourself friendships and sisterhood.
Yeah. Dezry, but why is it that a lot of people, when you speak to them about network marketing, they just don't want to do it?
they don't understand it. Remember, people are afraid of buying. But networking is not selling you anything other than giving you connections on a silver platter.
Yeah.
You come dressed nicely, you come to an event, you'll find like-minded people. You'll find people you can draw inspiration from. Some of the speakers are going to tell you about their developments and they'll tell you about their success journeys, and you'll draw inspiration from that. So if someone is telling you to come and network, they're not selling you anything, basically. They just kind of like a guardian angel saying, come and be in the right space and see how you can grow from that. And so they don't understand it. You know that there's so many sales strategies on the streets where people want to sell you nonsense and people run away from that.
Because you would get an SMS or message, there's a business seminar, guy, please come, network marketing. And people will be like, I'm dizzy.
Yeah, but you have to pay attention. And that is why reading is the most important thing. Read to understand. Don't read to respond. You understand? So if you read to understand, you'll see that this is pretty much something I can try. And with business, you must take risks. If you get that message, go there. It's a risk you have to take.
Yeah, jump.
It's a risk you must take.
So more network marketing, I think maybe you have to understand, like, what is it that you are pushing there?
I am pushing the idea of coming through. Come through and network with people. Because we bring different speakers in the events. We bring different business owners. We bring different upcoming business people. And in particular, as an artist, you cannot just depend on music.
True.
You need to work with brands. Yes, you need to work with brands. So coming to this networking as an artist gives you an opportunity to see which products you can work with. Whose ambassador can you become? And you might find out that you can do a major commercial for a product that is owned by one of the people in the networking session. And you might have to do like a soundtrack for one of the businesses.
Okay.
You might actually get an opportunity to perform at the networking businesses, or people who are in their own businesses, they have annual functions where as an artist, if you network with them, you're likely to get bookings from there.
I mean, you're the first option, actually.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's nicer to work with people that you've met before. You know, there's a difference between me and you shaking hands and somebody saying, phone Dezry and tell her I referred you. There's something about that physical impact that makes me respect or prioritize you. Not respect, but prioritize you.
Because you get to feel the aura, this person, you know? Okay, I can work with this one. Let's do this.
And aura is very important in business because we're now very enlightened. Spiritually, we all enlightened, and we understand that we don't want to work with people who might thug us around and all of that. So it's about how you feel around the people more than how professionally articulate they are.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Now, when I explain it, now I understand.
Yes.
And I hope they will get to understand, okay, network marketing, when you speak about it, this is what's going on.
That's what's going on. It's simple. It's an opportunity that you should embrace.
Hey, guys, I see again. Dezry, now you've got an amazing sesh here. Please tell me about it.
Yes, I found myself in the pageant, one of the prestigious pageants in South Africa.
Yeah.
This in particular, very close to my heart as a humanitarian, because we don't compete based on how we look. We don't compete based on our body shapes or how we sound in that matter. We compete based on the impact we add in our communities.
I love that.
Yes. So this... We basically don't need pageants to add an impact in communities. Yeah. But this has been a push to make sure that as a humanitarian, normally in my family would go and give charity homes stuff. You know, we would accumulate some money, buy what's needed, and then take it there. And that's us. That's me and my family. But this encourages us to inspire the entire world to making this a norm, to add an impact in their communities.
True.
And this has basically inspired me to go in schools and talk to young girls, young boys, to say, this is the new cool. You're not cool enough if you don't make any difference. And you don't have to wait until you're a president of the country to make a difference. You have to start loving the environment you live in. You have to start loving making a difference in the places around you. So if there's a charity home, a care center, a disability care center, an orphanage home, there's always a need for an extra hand. So start now to look after the surroundings. And Mrs. Bald is all about that. It's all about giving us a platform as married women, divorced women, women with household opportunities, women of all shapes and color, women of all backgrounds, to start showing that their effort is into making an impact in their country. And I respect this pageant for that. So it is Mrs. Bald, South Africa. I'm a finalist, hopefully a future queen.
Yeah, Bona.
Yes.
When is the event?
The event is coming up in October the 26th. 26th of October, yeah.
But so can you take me through the process of selecting the finalists? How were you guys chosen?
So the finalist is someone who's already a humanitarian. And you might think because you're a humanitarian, you obviously a winner, but it comes with a lot of presence. You can be a humanitarian that is silent, like we used to do in our families, right? No, we don't tell anyone we're giving somewhere something.
Yes.
But then this is about how active you are on social media.
True.
Because we want to broaden the kindness. We want to inspire the care and kindness to the world. And so the way to do it is to be present in a space where everyone can access information. And that's social media. So if you're active on social media, you're a finalist.
Gone are those days when pageants used to be, you are not married, you don't have any children. And,
you must have a thin waist.
When I size 28. So now I love the fact that Bible, let's say almost every woman.
Yes.
Just to come and showcase
showcase. This is us fixing the country, basically.
And I used to hate this narrative of, bare, no, how le motle, ke wena ba o kgethang. But they don't look at can you do the job?
You understand?
Yeah.
And that is why they always wear this narrative of beautiful girls are dumb.
But beauty with no brains, guys.
You understand?
Yo.
Yeah. So no, we're breaking boundaries. We are bold and courageous. We are going out there to make sure that we are fixing our country.
True.
The places that need us the most are gonna get our attention, our love, our support, and the youth that is growing in this country is gonna get an inspiration from us and the work that we are doing.
As we are women, I want us to tackle taba women empowerment.
Yes.
We break each other.
Yes. That's true.
And I'm feeling
yes.
We are competing.
Yes.
As women.
You know what? I will treat it as a businesswoman. I still stand. Try and educate yourself as a woman. Etiquette is one of the things we need to do because they teach us respect and all of that. But we're rebellious. You'll still be found on the street fighting somebody or screaming at the neighbor. So, or you'll still be guilty of having conformed in the wrong things at school. Yes. Although our families are breeding us the best way they can. Yes. They're teaching us the right things. But as a grown-up, and make it your effort and you respect, what, I can give you money and you utlai ravasa the way you want, right? Yeah. But when you make it, you start spending it with caution. So now, etiquette teaches us to invest in ourselves. You basically pay, now you're grown up, you pay for the lessons. It's an education you're investing in yourself. Yeah. And so you will never ever drop it on the floor. Because you paid for it, you're going to respect it. So I think as women, we need to start respecting etiquette. Yeah. We need to start investing in ourselves and teaching ourselves and grooming ourselves from looks to behavior. Yeah. And that way, you will be able to isolate yourself from the energies that are not needed. Oh. And so within all these women we're working with, I do not know if there's drama or not because I am in my own lane. Yo. I respect all of them when I meet them. Yes. I communicate with them when it's necessary. Yes. I do not gossip about nobody. I don't talk about anyone. If I have a problem with somebody, I sit and have tea with them and communicate our issues. And that's how I deal with stuff. So I don't know the drama that's going behind there. I'm not part of it.
The content is a real housewives. So
you know what I'm saying? No, it's too busy, and sometimes it drops the dignity. Banyana ba elong gore they're growing up watching you. They think it's cool because I get a glitter and glam makes everyone think everything is fine. But it's not fine if you have the money and you don't have the etiquette.
I love that. Let's inspire each other's women.
You know what I'm saying?
Because now, especially, we body shame each other.
Yes.
I mean, you look at me like, oh, she's tall. Oh, she's big. It's not good.
It's not good. I think we all very beautiful in our own ways. We're all beautiful in our own ways. And I love the women of today because everyone is selling their beauty the way they're selling it. And so a child that is growing up is trying to figure out where her beauty is falling into. And when they find that particular beauty, they see how one is embracing it and they start absorbing that information and they're growing through it. And that's what I love about women of today. So let's not be ashamed of embracing our beauties from whatever differences we have, whatever shapes we have, because someone who has the same shape as myself will basically look at my content and, draw some inspiration from there and not be bullied easily.
That is amazing. Before something etlang my mind, talking about business and grooming, mentoring. Yeah. I know Khonale take a girl child to work.
Yes.
Why is it that we neglect the boy child?
I don't know. I don't neglect a boy child. But I feel like we are not entirely neglecting. I think there's equally men out there, and I'll give you a reference, who are doing something about it.
Yeah.
I once bought a book from Charlie Peterson for my nephew, Growing Without a Father. So men like Charlie Peterson are creating a space for boys to to be groomed, to grow and respect the environments they're living in and the people they live with.
Yeah.
And I feel that if we look closely, we'll find that more and more authors or public figures that are men are trying to, do something about it as much as we as women are doing something about it. But I can't interfere a lot as a woman because I don't know what it is like to be a boy. I focus mostly on what it is like to be a girl and correct the mistakes that have been going on in my life as a young woman. So I think as a boy, and if you feel that there is lack of attention towards how you're growing up and no one is paying attention to you and it's all about girls, maybe change the content you're following. Follow the people. Like for me, I was talking to someone a couple of days ago and they were telling me about how girls are on internet and traveling with rich men, but we don't see what they do for a living and we never see those rich men on their contents. And I'm like, I'm shocked because I don't come across that content.
Yeah.
I'm not blind. I see here and there's a content like that, but I choose who I follow. So the content I'm absorbing is the content that I manifest. You understand? So I'm following things that are aligning with my goals, my dreams, my lifestyle and stuff like that. So start following things that are aligning with what inspires you, what you need in life. There's male speakers out there. There's gentlemen who are trying their best. They need you to follow them so you can be able to see that somebody cares about your progress as well.
Oh, thank you so much. We said.
Yes.
So for someone who batlang go ba in touch le wena on your business, ba ka ikopanya yang le wena?
Well, we have a website that's got everything. So I think these days it's easier to just say, go on our website. It's www.dezryk.co.za. And my Dezry Kay is spelled, I'm sure you're going to put it on your edit, right?
We will.
So it's spelled DEZRYKAY. There you're going to find all our contacts and our social media.
Everything.
I am on, look, my name is Dezry Karabo Reddy. I'm on TikTok. I'm on everywhere. So if you don't want to go on the website, Google me.
Bona, you'll appear.
I'll appear.
Yeah, Dezry, I hope I can lebala anything.
No, you've wrapped it up.
Hey, I keep thinking,
no, you're such a brilliant host, I must say.
Thank you so much.
I love how you sound. You radiate some kind of a beauty in sound and and sight.
colleague.
You know what I mean? You do.
Thank you so much.
And it's so nice to have the hosts that are straight to the point.
True.
You've done your homework. I didn't have to. Crowd knows. What's his name? Cloud knows. My manager knows.
Yes.
There's errors that we go around when we do interviews, and you're spot on. Everything was just smooth. I really appreciate you.
Shout out to my producer, Keneilwe. It's all her. May you continue to be the best and amazing, glowing service. And I wish you all the best with the pageant.
Thank you very much. I hope you guys are going to continue this lovely podcast. The space is radiating peace and serenity. I love it. And I wish you all the best. May it grow. May you have multiple views because I see this is the content people can learn from. I wish you all the success, you as a host and the production.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
I do hope you were inspired and blessed by this episode. Please do ensure that you get into our Instagram account. It's at Dawning Experience, like I told you. And also don't forget to comment on YouTube, Dawning Experience with Chami.